News Channel 7. Time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, it's another beautiful day, and of course, not only in southern Idaho. Let's go up to Stanley. And as you can see through here, the sunshine, see even some of the rays off the camera picking that up. And as you look here, all of this snow. And if you're planning on doing something in the mountains this weekend, I'm sure it's because of the snow. But keep in mind, temperatures are going to warm just a little and likely have some melting in some of those mountain locations. Temperatures across the nation, we've got the 52. Out along the west coast, temps are in the 60s. Here's the cold air, all in blue, and even colder when you see the bright spots through here. And as we get over here to Minneapolis, only 19 degrees for today, so some areas are still very cold. We're on the western edges of that. Down in the south, most temperatures are in the 70s. As you see in Mobile, Alabama, at 81 degrees for the high temperature in Miami. Hey, the east coast is getting hit by another storm. As you can see, this one coming in through New England, and then you can see it all the way down south here, moving into Mississippi and Alabama, thunderstorms. Possibility of tornadoes moving along through there. But it's dry out to the west, and always as you see this, dry to the west and then storminess to the east. And we always had storminess to the west through the winter, and then it was dry throughout most of the east and some of the warmer temperatures. We've got to switch on that. Now, coming up though, we're going to be seeing some of the showers moving in over the weekend. So here you have the northwest. Here's the storm system that's starting to develop. Now we're starting this evening and it's running through Saturday. So Saturday it pushes clouds in here. And now you can see it's coming into California once again. We're on the northern edges, but that'll reach us sometime later Sunday afternoon and into early Monday morning. But it's back next week by more storms and even a little more in the way of moisture coming up right through here for an atmospheric river that could be heading toward California. So next week, we're going to watch closely as to what's going on with that because there's going to be a lot of moisture that's going to be pulling into the area. Looking at the latest satellite, we've got the clear skies here just to show you that storminess out here to the Pacific that's starting to form, and that will be pushing in, but I'm hoping everybody's enjoying the break at this particular time. Here's the break. Tomorrow, clouds will start to increase. We'll still have a little sunshine. Temperatures around the Magic Valley will be the mid to the upper 40s. Central mountains, temperatures up around the upper 30s. Some areas could get pretty close to 40 degrees. And if you look over here from McCall, 40 degrees, 42 in Donnelly, 42 degrees for Cascade, and Garden Valley with 49 degrees. Down here in valley locations, most of the highs are in the 50s. That's a pretty nice temperature there in Emmett at 57, and Ontario has that as well. Boise about a 50, anywhere from a 54 to a 56. And you see Meridian with 56 degrees. Of course, lows for tomorrow morning will be into the upper 20s. So as you look at the next 7 days, weekend is not bad. Clouds increasing, kind of breezy Saturday afternoon. We're going to see it again. Some breezes coming through here on Sunday, and we could see some gusty winds with some of these storms that are coming. That's into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The snow in some of the early morning hours may have a little rain-snow mix, but I think it's going to mainly be rain. But it's going to be wet down here in the valley. But not only down here in the valley, some of the mountain locations are going to be seeing snow showers throughout that week. And so we're going to be accumulating the snow up to most of the resorts. Looks like we have a lot of fun coming in for the resorts anyway. But we got to be careful because as the temperatures warm up, some of the rivers may swell again next week like they did at the beginning of the week.
Oh.
So we'll watch that. But of course, the rivers have come down now, especially the Weezer River at this point. But watching it again for next week.